Sportsbackers is really excited to bring partners from the state of Virginia as well as Chesterfield County and the city of Richmond to see what a really well executed region for biking and walking is that really incorporates active transportation using roadway networks, connecting people to off-road networks of mountain biking and active transportation.
We really want to see how connected trails, how people can be connected, how neighborhoods can be connected, and then how the trails themselves actually accomplish that.
Going on 10 or 12 years ago, our Greenway trail system came together. That is our backbone. It is our paved Greenway system that unites all of Northwest Arkansas. It literally threads every major downtown from Bentonville to Rogers to Springdale to Fayetteville.
I'd say this experience has been great to see the potential that can happen when you, again, just focusing on the community side, and when you get just the people of the community together with the businesses in the community, the nonprofits, the government sector, all coming together and realizing some of the infrastructure things that take care of their citizens and build a great quality of life.
It's clear that the nonprofit community, the philanthropic community, the for-profit community, and government partners in Northwest Arkansas see the value in creating great places and increasing quality of life, because they want to encourage people to visit and they want to encourage people to move here, not just to work, but to bring their business and to create a thriving, prosperous region.
I think the strength of what we saw here is that lots of partners came to the table.
It's more than just the trail, but I think everyone has really rallied around all of the infrastructure and supporting the complete tie-in and the build-out of all of the systems. And putting funding towards it is really important, and that creates this sense of community. I think everybody's on the same page.
What we've seen here, both in Fayetteville and Bentonville, throughout really the connectivity to neighborhoods, businesses, the exuberance of life surrounding the trails, and that those trails have really made community, not just for bikers, but for walkers, for families, for those leisurely walking. We saw today bird watchers out on the trail. I mean, it's really created a space for everyone.
I really liked the close proximity of the shared use path and the single track, and just being able to pull more people into the trail system than what we might have right now in Richmond.
I have not been on a bike in years, from a mountain bike perspective, that is, and so being on the trails was just incredible. I mean, I have been smiling like ear to ear since really being out there, and it's been awesome. There's the adrenaline rush, there's the mountain biking piece of it, right? But I think the trails were just so like approachable. And so to me, it was really interesting to be with like really high level riders. And I'm very much a beginner. Like I said, have not been on a bike in years. And we were riding kind of together, if you will. Like you had the option to pick trails that you were comfortable with. And then you ended up in the same place and could kind of still be together. I mean, it goes back to like that connection piece, the community piece. And so the ability to do that from beginner to expert is pretty special.
We're a unique place where by bike and by Greenway Trail, you can go to a coffee shop, microbrewery, go to work, and that is what is attracting 20 and 30-somethings to our market.
Well, I think that the Convention and Visitors Bureau that we met with down in Fayetteville, their dedication and commitment to trails and utilizing that to spark tourism and bring more folks to the community to stay. They came here to play and then they stayed is one big takeaway.
I think the connecting of the communities is one of the big things. I think right now, at least in Chesterfield County, getting around by car is really your only safe and convenient means to travel in the community. And I think seeing some of the infrastructure we've seen here in Northwest Arkansas gives me hope that we can bring some of these things back.
It's never been put better than to explain it as two circles of infrastructure and culture, and how one begets the other. You can't have the infrastructure without the culture, and if you don't have the infrastructure, it's very difficult to build that culture, especially with the amenities that we have in the county, in Chesterfield County.
When we think about the Fall Line Trail in Chesterfield coming through the village of Ettrick and Virginia State University, and the opportunities for connectivity to Petersburg and Colonial Heights there, I think it's going to be a rising tide that lifts all ships in that area. So it's seeing what happened here in Springdale. I think that could happen with the Fall Line in the southern part of Chesterfield too.
For me, Richmond is already a super special place to live, right? And so to be able to enhance what we already have in Pocahontas in this way, and to be able to add kind of that approachability, accessibility piece of it all, and to do it in a way that invites families out, like that would just be incredible.
The trail system, the shared use paths, and how the other trails weave between those spines that runs across the communities. Amazing. I mean, I just love that system of all different types of trails. There's no one saying that this trail is more important and that trail is less important. So I think elevating all different types of trails and finding ways that they can connect and talk to each other, it's perfect.
I'm going to be an advocate for this place, and I'm going to be an advocate to kind of absorb it as a model that we can take other places too. Not to steal it, but like this is what communities should aspire to be. It's just so awesome.
In the region, in Chesterfield, City of Richmond, all of our surrounding localities, that's where we're going to get the biggest punch, is if we work together collaboratively with the state parks, with DCR, to really make this dream come true.
We're fortunate in Richmond. We have a lot of very good things going on. We have great natural resources. And when you look at it though, and you see what they did here in Bentonville and how they've built over 20 years, they took something that was eventually very good to great, and some of the best trail systems in the country. And so we in Richmond have a long way to go. And if we just try to do that whole leap all at once, that would be too much to take on. But starting with the Pocahontas area, we can start to build that out. We can build the connections to the city of Richmond and start to build that out. We have the Fall Line Trail, we can build out those connections. You can see how this is the start of a whole waterfall of events and activities that take place in the future that transform our community through trails.